How's it going? Ian with IPA Physio. Today I wanted to share with you 4 techniques on how to improve your chair stands. Chair stands are one of the best exercises to build the strength in your legs and hips. That's going to help reduce your risk of falling, improve your balance, and if you do them in the way I show you today, you can actually reduce or eliminate back pain. So step 1 is actually going to be to find an efficient sitting posture while weight bearing through your pelvic floor. So let's figure out how to find this. I'm going to use the spine model to illustrate where these ischial tuberosities are. They're going to sit just at the bottom of your pelvis. These are important structures to know because we're going to try to sit on these bones so that we can hinge forward and load our pelvic floor. So as I demonstrate that, if I go into a slouch and an arch sitting motion a few times, I can feel those bones rolling underneath my body on top of the chair. If you're struggling with finding where that's at, you can feel free to use your hands as you sit on them. And you're going to perform that same slouch and arch movement until you feel comfortable that you're sitting on those bones. Once you've identified where those bones are, now we're going to hinge the body forward slightly. That's going to give us the effect of loading through our pelvic floor. Once we've found that position, I want you to get a feel for what it is to let your back go as you settle your rib cage on top of your abdomen. That's going to ensure that you're aligning your rib cage right over the top of your pelvis. All right, so we found our efficient sitting posture. Now let's work on some hip hinging techniques through weight shift. So once I'm back in my efficient sitting posture, I want to get in a feel for what it's like to hinge forward from my waist as I transfer weight from my pelvic floor to my legs, and I push myself back from my legs. A couple of key things to think about here. I want to make sure that I'm not just rounding my back, and I also want to make sure as I go forward, I'm not just pushing my chest forward. Both of these would be wrong, and they would actually inhibit my core from maintaining stability. So once again, I'm going to hinge from my hips. Okay, so step 3 is going to be weight acceptance. Basically, this is going to be my body balancing over my legs at the front so that I can accept weight to stand. So as I get myself back in my efficient sitting posture, I'm going to weight shift forward using my hip hinge. And as I do that, I'm feeling my legs get heavy with my weight. My back is very relaxed right now, so I can feel my entire body weight coming up over my legs. If I wanted to, I could hang out here for a while, and if I don't feel if I'm doing it right, I can practice letting my back go or tightening it just to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. So I'm going to push myself back and try again. Each time I go, I should be able to hold this position without my low back tensing up or any other global muscles activating. All right, step 4. Now we're up to the stand. So we're going to get back into our position of a efficient sitting posture. From here, I'm going to weight shift forward and weight accept over my legs. When I go to stand, I'm going to push through the arches of my feet, thinking about my foot as a tripod. The heel is the back. As I push, I want to think about this sequence of push, push, pinch, push, pinch, push. What that's referring to is my thigh activation combined with my glute activation. The push is my thigh, the pinch is my glutes. So once again, hinge, weight accept, and I'm going to push, push, pinch, push, pinch, push.